Hello everybody, this is Joe being videos on the Gemmy Master Electronics, and what I'm making a review of is finally an item that I've been looking for years. This is a very scarce item. This is the first one I have ever seen pop up for sale, and I've been looking to get this since 2015. I had one originally back in 2003. I got it from Spencer's, and it's exclusive to Spencer's because, well, the Sonnet scenes, fat bottom girls, I mean... But anyways, it is Gemmy, and I was starting to wonder if it even was Gemmy because I just could never find this item. I always would search up Gemmy Hippo, never would pop up ever. But it's Gemmy because it has that. and I always saw that in my old video. Like I said, I had this item, and I only have one video of this out of the entire time I had it. 2010, that was the only time I ever took a video of it, and I've had a video camera since 2007. I've recorded so many of my themes over and over again, but this was the only thing that I only got one video of that whole time. And I swear my other one was actually kind of defective because it always sounded like its batteries were low. Whenever the mouth would move with the arms and head, it sounded like its batteries were low. It just, no matter how fresh they were, it didn't matter. I even tried lithium at one point, and after about 3-5 activations, it would sound so deranged. It starts out high pitch when only the mouth moves, but as soon as the mouth would start moving with the arms and head, then the pitch would just lower so much, like its batteries were low. And the mouth barely moved on it, and the gear was not split, even though it looked like it was split. Because if the gear is split in the mouth movement on these things, the mouth will only move for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then it'll just quit, and you'll hear the motor buzzing. That wasn't the case. It continuously moved, but it just didn't move that much. This one doesn't move much either. This one had a split A-tooth gear. I replaced it. It was a pain in the ass, like anything is. Actually, the gearbox was yellowed, so I had to be super careful because one wrong move, put like even a pound of pressure, that gearbox would have shattered and it would have been done with. Getting it back together was kind of a pain because don't have much space to work with. Getting the pin back through the head wasn't easy. And the mouth, again, still barely moves. It only moves very little. I don't know why. It has the same identical mechanism that the bongo frog has, yet the bongo's mouth moves so much, yet this moves so little. I don't know why. It might be just the skin is tighter. I don't know. But I'm just glad I have it back because I love the song this plays. I think I like it more than the original version of the song, which is by Queen. So yeah. And actually, it was another collector that sent me the link. It was on Facebook Marketplace for $20, but it was in Canada. It was actually formerly known as Sir Mr. Arctic sent me the link. I guess Gemmy Kid, Crazy Collector, also saw this when it was on, and he said he was trying to get it for me. But as soon as I got the link, I immediately messaged the seller. I was like, it was listed for $20, but the seller didn't really want to ship. But I said, I'll pay you $100 just for the item itself, just for the item, And I told him I've been looking for this thing for 6 years. This is the first one I've ever seen for sale. I'm just willing to pay whatever you want. I just want it. And I sent them the video to my old one, and they were like, "All right, well, we'll ship it, but it's gonna probably cost a lot." And I'm like, I am fine with that. In the end, it cost me $75, so I paid less than what I offered. And they were nice sellers, obviously. They could have been like, okay, well, $100 plus shipping. Then that would have been $175 probably. They still tried to make it as cheap as possible for me because the reason why it was $75 is because they used the fastest shipping route possible, and it's from Canada, so that costs more than anywhere else in the unit. Even though I'm kind of close to Canada, it's still a different, air. It's a different country. It costs a little more to ship from Canada to the United States, no matter how close you are to it. So anyways, again, it ended up costing me $75, which I was fine with. Like I said, I would have paid much more if I had to. But yeah, and so here's the box. It's called Hugo the Hippo. Hugo, the hippo that rocks. This hilarious hippo beats his belly and dances to fat bottom girls. And again, you thought this was rare. This is much more rare than these. I think, well, these are all really rare. Anything that was sold at Spencer's is not easy to find. Um, at least we know the name of this item now. Well, the brown one we do. It's Bongo the bouncing baboon. This is Hugo the hippo. We finally know his name. The guy that created all these items, the dancing hamsters, the singing fish, the pop culture, he has his own YouTube channel. I actually reached out to him and said, I'm curious about this hippo. Do you know anything about this hippo? He remembered it once I sent him the link, but he didn't really remember anything about it. All he said he remembered was it was part of the Really Wild Wildlife series, but that's all he could remember. But I knew it was his creation because it definitely is like a dancing hamster. So, so yeah, it is part of the Really Wild Wildlife series, and it plays for like a minute long too. It's got a long activation, so that's another good thing. And here's the back of the box. Here it is. In Canada, it retailed for $30. So in the US, it probably retailed for $20. We'd like you to meet Hugo the hefty hippo. Hugo, for one, is proud of his bulk, displaying it proudly, beating his belly like a drum to the tune of a song called Fat Bottom Girls. How bizarre indeed. At least he knows what he likes. And then it says 2002 down here, but I'm pretty sure I got my other one in 2003. And when I was little at Spencer, I saw maybe 4 of these, and I was trying them all. I tried to pick the one that worked the best, but I don't think the mouth moved that much on any of them. So it's just how the item is. I don't know. Maybe it needs a 9-tooth instead of an 8-tooth. I really don't know. But obviously, the one I picked as a kid wasn't a very good one because, again, it always sounded like its batteries were low. But so far, this one doesn't sound like my old one. But again, my old one was kind of high pitched, like I said, until its mouth and arms moved at the same time. And I'm sorry this talking is so long. It's just I have so much to say about this item. It's so scarce, and I have a childhood with the item, which makes more to the story. Also, his arms are bendable. It's got bendable wire in it. So like in my old video, I tried moving its arms. I said, his arms should be posable. Well, they are. So yeah. Anyways, I'm finally going to show it to you now.
Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, you're gonna let it all hang out. Fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round. Hey, listen here. Now your mortgages at home. I got stiffness in the bone. No beauty queens in this locality. I tell you, no, but I still get my pleasure. Still got my tater treasure. Hey, big woman, you gonna make a big man of me. Now get this. Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. Please. Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, you're gonna let it all hang out. That bottom girl, you make the rockin' world go round. Yeah, that bottom girl, you make the rockin' world go round.
So yeah, that was a minute long activation. Most Gemmy items play for much shorter. I mean, a lot of Gemmy items only play for 15 to 30 seconds most of the time. But yeah, this one they did it differently, and it's a good thing. I, I I mean, I feel like now that since I have obtained this, now they're gonna just start popping up more frequently. That seems to always happen with any item. Like, you can't find it, you look for it for years, and then all of a sudden you find it, then a bunch of others just start popping up out of nowhere. I was starting to think that, all these just got thrown out. Everyone who had one just threw it away. Jimmy Kid said his, like, grandma used to have one, but it was, like, really broken and corroded. The seller to this said it fully worked. It is brand new in the box, but I had a feeling the gear in the mouth was going to be split. It's an 8-tooth gear, and this item is 20 years old. An 8-tooth gear and 10 to 20 years old, those two things don't mix together, okay? 20-year-old aged plastic, no. These things don't age very well. But it's still in great shape, you know. Unfortunately, it had a zip tie around its bottom that I had to cut to open it, and I don't have another zip. I tried putting a twist tie through it, but it wouldn't go through all the way. It would just get caught. I had to hot glue the fur back, and I don't wish to show you the bottom because it looks terrible, but it works. I honestly thought ENT Man, or I think it's QG 1995. I thought one of those two were going to beat me to this first, or going to find one of these before I did, because they always seem to find these items, pretty easily. They've gotten so many items that I didn't even know existed, that are just as scarce as this. So I was like, okay, one of these guys are going to beat me to this thing. Luckily, I actually, and again, I wouldn't have gotten it if Arctic had not sent me the link. I probably would have missed out on it. So again, thank you for that. Another one of those childhood items I can mark off the list. There's only a few left I want. The white jungle love gorilla, fun gorilla, and some other things, but I'm almost there. I've almost regained everything I wanted to regain. This was one of the biggest ones. So the next biggest one is the fun gorilla. After that, I'd say I'm really pretty much there. Anyways, I'm gonna show it one more time. I will put the video in the link of the description of my old one to my old channel, or on my channel, the video I made of it. So yeah. It only has like 1,800 views. I put so many tags in that video, a huge description. I tried getting that video to go popular so more people would know about this item to look out for it. But now that we know the name, this will get so much more videos. Now that it's out there, people will know to look for this thing. It'll start getting more popular again. But don't expect to find one that easily, because again, it took me 6 years. And it's also nice to have the item, because in the video I made of my old one, I just talked the whole time while it was scening, and it annoyed me so much. So now I actually have one where I can listen to the whole song without being interrupted by my annoying voice back then. Just, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to show it one more time, and then that'll be it.
You're gonna take me home tonight. Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, you're gonna let it all hang out that bottom, girl. You
This thing's
make
gotten
the
possessed.
rockin' world go round. Hey, listen here. Now you're moving to the home. I got different telephone. So beauty queen to this locality. I tell you, no, but I still get my pleasure. Still got my treasure. Keep it warm. You're gonna make a big man of me. Let's get this. Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. I like down beside that red firelight. Oh, you're gonna let it all hang out that bottom, girl. You make the rockin' world go round. Yeah, that bottom, girl. You make the rockin' world go round.
Just show him for the heck of it. I'm not so sure the black one's name is Bongo the Bouncing Baboon, because he's more like a gorilla, though. I feel like it just has a different name just because it's a different color. And the brown one has like hair all around it. This one doesn't. But I think I've always did like the black one a little more than the brown one, though. I just think it looks really good. But anyways, there we go. We finally got discovered. It's finally here. Sorry the video was so long, but there's no way I could have made this video short because there was just so much to discuss about this item. Anyways, so hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and bye.